Hey everyone, I'm back to show you what I'm using for the month of December. Right now I'm using a ring-bound planner, a Gillio medium Campagna in dark brown, and a wide traveler's notebook. This has all of my Christmas planning and creative journaling, and I'll show you this in a second. And this is my daily planning, and it also this is my everyday carry. So I bring this with me, and this one stays home. So I'll show you this in a second. So this is, I tried to decorate just a little bit for Christmas. It has tags in it. This is kind of more for color and, makes me happy when I look at it. Other than that, I have address labels in here along with a few pictures of my children. This one in particular I love. This was, my kids were at the pediatrician's together, and the little guy didn't cry for the first time because his big brother was there to help him. Their birthdays are actually only 4 days apart, so we try to schedule their pediatrician appointments together. So a couple Ollie clips. These are my favorite clips. They're awesome. And this is one of my dashboards that I make. I have an Etsy shop, tweetiePieCollage.com. So I made a bunch of these retro girl dashboards, and this was one of the rejects. I'm a perfectionist, so there was something slightly off about it, and I kept it for myself. So I keep coupons in this plastic envelope. So because, again, I do carry this when I head out. This is, by the way, these pages are from a notepad. I bought them at TJ Maxx, and it's the perfect size for a personal size planner. All you have to do is just punch the holes in it. So this, I was just writing out my ideas for 2016. I really want to revamp this a bit and make it more useful. And so I was trying to write out what I want to what I want to put in there. So I have my Tweety Pie section, expense section, projects. So I was just trying to write down how I want to utilize these sections. Other than that, this is my meal planner. These are by Homemade Craft. She has beautiful inserts. And this is my menu plan for the week. I can write my grocery list here. I didn't do that this week. And then on this side, this comes with this on one side and then graph paper on the other side. So for the other side, what's really nice is I use this for my to-buy list. I generally shop at the same stores as we probably all do. So a lot of our food comes from Costco, Trader Joe's, and the Asian grocery store. And then I go to Staples and Target fairly often too. So this is really, I keep it at the front of my planner along with the coupons so I can reference this very easily. This is how my December is looking, and I'm trying to keep the schedule on the lighter side because I feel that, we can get overbooked with holiday events and parties, and the kids really just want to spend time with us. So anyway, these inserts are by Pembroke Papers. Melissa, she does a great job. She has an awesome shop, and she does printables and downloads. I love these, but for 2016, I'm actually going to use Kate Spade inserts. These are events that I have to mark for 2016. Only because I bought a Kate Spade, the Rose Gold Planner, and I have them already, so I decided I may as well use them. So I do like the Kate Spade. I used these a couple years ago, and the quality of the paper is really nice. I don't decorate a whole lot on my month on 2 pages, maybe a sticker or some washi tape, but the boxes are so small. I'm finding that now that I have 2 kids and an Etsy shop and 2 other part-time jobs, it's really hard to fit everything in. So I wanted to start utilizing a week on 2 pages so I can write everything down, and it'll be very, I'll just have more space. So that's what I'm planning to use for next year. And I'll keep 2 months in at a time, I'm thinking. This is our school schedule for the kids. They both go to the same school, which makes things easy. And this, unfortunately, I cannot remember the shop where I bought this from, but I will look it up and link it underneath the title of this video. But this is a fold-out yearly calendar, and what I really like about it is it's about a little over an inch long, I would say, and so you can actually write a fair amount of stuff. So if I have something coming up in February or March, or I know we have vacation or whatever, it's enough space that I can just write, spring break, or we have a party on this day, or a baseball game. If I know things in advance, I really need this. And then you don't have to carry so many months with you if you just have this. And on the back, we have the rest of the months. And it was really easy to print out. I do not love printing out myself. I often have problems with that. But I do like that I got this in digital form, because you'll see that I utilize it. I plan on utilizing it a lot in 2016. So one thing that really has given me planner peace is using the Day on 2 Pages by DIY Fish. These are the Amazing Life inserts, and I can show you how pretty they are. They're pink grid, and I like being able to utilize them just differently every day, depending on my needs. They're undated, so that's a big bonus for me, because, again, I don't have the best luck printing. I don't like having to match up dates and print out even pages first and odd. So you can just literally just print these out back to back, and they're easy. I like that they're girly and colorful, so you don't even have to decorate them if you don't feel like it. And you can use the different sections any way you want. So for me, what I usually do is I do the most important thing in this box. Now, the weekend looks different, so it's probably not the best example. Okay, I didn't have a lot going on this week, but this might be a good example. So most important, I usually write out 3 things that I have to do. And then right here, I put in the people I want to contact. So this could be via email, text, phone call. I usually know what it's about once I see their name, so I do that there. Then I do appointments and things I have to get done that are time sensitive. So I was just figuring out my day right here, and it has the times really small. Now, it is military time, so every now and then that throws me off, and that might be a deal breaker for some, but it's not enough to. So 14 is really 2 o'clock, that sort of thing. So trying to think what else here. Is that right? 14 is 12. I'm so bad at math. Okay, and then over here I write my to-dos. And then I was just writing down some notes while I was on the phone with one of my producers. And then on the bottom I write out all of my business to-dos. So on the weekend I utilize it differently. I do Saturday and Sunday what I have to do. Dinner, I didn't write down what we're eating here, but usually, so I totally utilize these different on the weekend. And this is the fun stuff we've done this weekend so far. And then, more to-dos, but I just love being able to use them differently. And I also like that sometimes on Saturday and Sunday, I don't want to even plan anything. So if you want, you could just skip the weekend and go from Friday to Monday without any wasted pages. So that's another bonus for the undated pages. The other thing that's nice is I don't have to rebuy these for 2016. So, I think I paid maybe $12 for them, and I can just keep printing them for next year. In my Tweety Pie section, I took everything out because, again, I plan on revamping. I just have sticky notes here and there, but I plan on putting in my goals for my business. But also, I always need shipping information. When I go to the post office, I need to just refer to how much does it cost to send to Canada or Australia, or 3 A5 dashboards versus sending 1 day. I mean, I need so many prices. So I always refer to this section. And I also plan on keeping track of what orders went out on what day. In my expenses section, I am utilizing this as well. It's not expenses per se, but I plan on keeping track of my part-time jobs and the income that I get from them. I'm freelance. I'm a freelance broadcaster, so I just do jobs here and there. And then I often, I have to remember to invoice them, and then I have to double check that they paid. And last year or this year I should say, things got a little confusing at times. And so I thought, how nice would it be to have it all out on one page. And I think this is perfect for that. So again, this is that one digital yearly that I bought that you can use in so many ways. This also came with the Amazing Life inserts. This is for expenses. I don't plan on writing down every time I buy something, but I think for me, I really need to track groceries and the non-essential spending. I would say that those are the two areas where I can spend money without realizing how much I've spent. So I plan on doing that in this section. These are online purchases to keep track of. I got this from Hello Forever. It looks like a blog. I've got it so long ago, so I'm not positive that it's still there, but and that's about it. And then in this section is projects, and I use this in so many different ways. I interpret it very widely, I should say. But so I have this in here again, the yearly, because I feel like this would be a perfect way to track working out, there's so many goals that I have for next year. So working out is one of them. Getting sleep is another, getting more sleep. So I thought that this would be a good health and wellness tracker. I could write down, put a circle if I ate clean that day, that kind of thing. So this is a good motivator for me. These are from Homemade Craft. And again, I took out all of my old ones because I just want things fresh for, I just needed to just organize this a little better. So these are from Homemade Craft. No, not Homemade Craft. I'm so sorry. These are from So Much Crafting. And these are similar to the DIY fish tracking. It says, this is the days of the week. And I am finding that I'm not a huge, I don't need to track how often I vacuum or change the sheets or do laundry. I just feel like, who really cares? At least for me. I mean, I do it when I need to do it, but this is also good. Like I said, if I want to, I can use this to track down when I sleep, or sometimes I like to keep track of how often I'm working on my Etsy business, and how many hours I'm putting in. I can also track things for my son, how often, he's reading, how many minutes. So I think this will be nice to have. And then I have a third way to track my projects, which is from the same DIY Amazing Life inserts. It has a month on 2 pages, and I did utilize this a lot last year. And what I was doing is I could track, for instance, I did a Project Calm Mama, I think, which sounds crazy, but it was, I just wanted to be patient and, be calm and just really work on that. Because if you have little kids like I do, they're 3 and 8, they can be very trying. And at times I feel like I'm very patient and then I just lose it. And so I was trying to mark off every day that I was calm and patient. And, when you do that, it's amazing. I think I did it for 2 months straight, which was just crazy. But I find that when you do track certain things, it's a motivator. You don't want, but or you can track no spend, or you can track. I also use this sometimes for sleep, or all kinds of ways. So I have 3 different ways to track my projects. And when I say projects, it's anything that I'm working on. So this one, this actually probably should not be in this section, but I'm trying to keep better track of the shows that my husband and I have watched and are watching, and I want to have a section for the shows we want to watch. These are Christmas cards, a list, my 2016 planner plan. I was trying to figure out what planners I'm using and how I'm going to use it. And then there's finance projects in here, goals. But another big goal for me is I want to continue minimizing and purging. So I will definitely put that in here as well. So That all goes under projects. Even though none of them relate to each other, they're all things that are, I don't want to say temporary, but they don't, it's not something I'm working on forever. Hopefully they have deadlines and an end date. So they go in here. Okay. So these are my A to Z tabs. You've seen them in other videos because I was just saying on Periscope how I find making anything with tabs really hard. So I think this is my one and only set of A to Z tabs. But so I use this like a filing cabinet. I do keep addresses and phone numbers in here that I need, especially for doctor's appointments. I keep insurance information, and I do file them under whatever. If it's a doctor, it would be under D and whatever. But I'm not going to show you all that. I have some sticky notes on here, if you see those. That's just information no one needs to see. But I also use them by storing information that I like to have. So these are my favorite artists. So this is A, so it goes under the A tab. And interestingly enough, I wrote Christy Tomlinson. I made this so long ago, and this is well before she got into the planner community, but I've always admired her artwork. I think she's amazing. These are recommended books from some people. Cub Scouts. We often have to put on badges and whatnot, and then I can never remember where they go, so I refer to this fairly often. This is for my older son. I buy ahead, and so if there's a good deal after Christmas on coats, for instance, I might buy ahead. He just turned 8, and I have a size 16 Ralph Lauren puffy coat already waiting for him. So if I don't keep track, I tend to buy doubles and whatnot. So I have to be careful. Okay, let me see. Okay. So this one is for our future home. We are hoping to move, and so these are just some things that I want in my future home when I'm looking for a home. It's nice to have a little list to refer to. These are household miscellaneous items, such as what coffee filter we have, the staple gun, what staples it requires, our printer ink, that sort of thing. This is for hours, different places that I tend to always look up: Costco, the library, the gym, that sort of thing. So these are inspirational Instagrammers, people that I like to, most of them are artistic, or they're journalers and whatnot. And I definitely have to update this list because there are so many. Okay, and I think these were actually personal friends that I wanted to remember to look at their stuff, because sometimes it's hard to actually find the people that you want to see when you follow a lot of people. So, okay, this is for, I need to work on these. Music, these are, if you open this up, it has some albums that people have recommended. This is other songs and people that I want to check out. This is infant dosing, for medicine dosing for, my son is 3 now, so I think it's going to get a little easier. But when you have little ones, you have to be so careful about the dosage. And I've referred to this page so many times in the middle of the night, and I don't have to look for it on my phone. So for this next page has scrappers and project lifers. I do Project Life, and so these are just some of the people that I look to for inspiration. These are playdate ideas, planner ideas. I like to have a running log of, just have this for when I'm watching a YouTube video and someone comes up with a great idea of how, they show off how they're using something and I want to try it, I can write it there. This is for planner notes. People might mention a good DIY fish to check out, a version, a great pen, a website, laminator questions. I mean, it's all in here. This one I need to fill out. It has the dimensions of all planner inserts. Oh, and then I'm not going to show you these. These are all planner friends and their addresses for racks and whatnot. And other than that, I have this travel checklist, which I got it off of limetreefruits.com. And I was utilizing this for many years because when you have a small child, You have so much you have to remember to bring. Sippy cups and, and pack and play. But now that my son's 3, I thought I need to revamp this. So I took out the old one. Okay, the last one, the UV, WXYZ. Okay, so W for wish list. These are some things that I was hoping to get. Websites I want to check out. YouTube inspiration, people that I like watching. Scrap companies. Gosh, I guess this is getting full. Okay, scrap companies that I like. S is also for strive. Strive to have peaceful, happy morning send-offs to school. Like just lists, things that I want to work on. And then the last one, there were 6 tabs, and since I did all the letters of the alphabet on 6 tabs, and 5 tabs rather, I had the 6th one. This one is my Inspire section. I write down Bible verses or just little snippets of things that, I might refer to if I'm having a tough day, or this is about minimalism. It's not less than you need. It's just less than you're used to. You can't reach for anything new if your hands are full of yesterday's junk, that sort of thing. Oops. Yeah, I got to redo some of this because it's getting beaten up a little bit. This is a Bible verse. In this one, I was reading a book about just having a simpler schedule and how that's a gift to your children. And so I was reading, so much of the structure that we impose on our children's lives is really intended to make our own lives easier. We don't want to give up our freedom, and so we fail to grant our children theirs. So I love this. A day without a schedule is a day of possibilities. I'm just trying to remember that while I like scheduling things and planning things out, I don't have to plan every single moment of my day, and I can also plan in some downtime as well. So I plan on really focusing on that and working, doing that for 2016, because I find that my family runs smoother and certainly I'm less frazzled. And then the last thing, this is an envelope, a top-loading envelope for any receipts for things I have to return. So I have a couple returns to make. And in the back here, I have my my Tweety Pie Collage business cards, and then I have like I said, I'm a part-time broadcaster, so I have my broadcast business cards in here, and then unfortunately I visit the dentist and endodontist so often that I have their cards. And in the back I have stamps, address labels, and this, my dear friend Soraya from Planning Love on Etsy, she is now making these sticker books, which I think is such a brilliant idea. And she made it for my field note size traveler's notebook, and I'm not using it right now, but I still want to use this. I just love this. This is her shop name, by the way. And she made these special for me, so I journal a lot, and it says today in Landon's world, life according to Landon, life according to Evan. So this is when I journal about my kids, date night stickers, labels, bill due, payday, coffee cups, these circles, and then these tiny hexagon icons. So if you have a traveler's notebook, you can slide it right in, and I just love that. But you can also just put it in your ring-bound planner as well. So I don't think I have anything in the top now. I have nothing in here right now, although I love having that for when you go to the doctor's office or just need to put something in there. So that is my medium Campagna. This is my wide chic Sparrow traveler's notebook that I'm also using this month. And it doesn't have my Christmas dashboard here, but this is my December planner from bohopapercottage.com. She has an amazing shop, and it's really cute. You have a Christmas countdown here, your hopes for the season. And this is just lined with boxes, and so I'm using this for our Advent activities. I wanted to plan out what we were going to do every day. Gift list, wish list, my wish list. You can plan out your Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Day menu, and then a grocery list, which will be handy when I start planning that. The holiday budget, deck the halls. This is for decorating, but I decided to write my creative adventures, things we want to work on, holiday activities, something, just a running list that I can refer to when we have some time and we want to go somewhere. Here's my, instead of reflections, I'm using this for Christmas cards, and this is hopes for the new year, which I will fill out. So this is my Christmas December, some people call them December dailies. I don't do it every day, but I'm really enjoying it. I made this myself out of scrapbook paper and different pages, Project Life cards, Christmas cards, and the idea is that you can journal and keep put photos in here and just remember your holiday season. That's the idea. And they can be as intricate or as simple as you want. These are just photos of my kids. And then I was writing about why I love this photo so much. It's of my 8-year-old helping my 3-year-old, picking him up and helping him decorate the tree. So I was writing about how much I love that and how that's a reminder that kids don't need fancy or expensive, and they really do find joy in the simple things, and I love that. I wrote this, I hand lettered this quote, "Oh, come let us adore him," from one of my favorite Christmas songs. But also it's a reminder of what's most important this season. I don't want it to be all about presents, although of course, it's certainly fun. We're doing Elf on the Shelf, and the boys were so excited when they discovered it in the morning on December 1st, a Project Life card. That's our Advent house. Every day the kids open up the number of the day. And then there's usually a note in there that talks about what we're going to do that day. And this is the stuff that we've done so far. So I have the rest of this to finish for the month. This picture here is our preschooler. My kids go to Catholic school, and so they had the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is honoring Mary, and I thought it was so sweet. All the preschoolers brought roses for Mary. These pictures are from the Cub Scout Christmas party. Santa Claus came, and my 3-year-old was too nervous to take a picture with him, so myself and my husband, we had to take a picture too. Anyway, this is a year in review. I thought instead of just remembering what we did this month and all the fun stuff, let's also reflect on our year. Just, there's so much growth when you have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old. In 1 year, my preschooler, he started preschool. He's out of diapers. My older son is getting really good with baseball. Our faith has deepened as a family. My Etsy business is growing. It's all good stuff. And here, I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to write the more of our trials and tribulations and what I learned, and just some of the, life is not all fun and happy events. So I thought I would write some of our hardships this year and put it in here. So it's a little bit more private. Here's a Christmas card that I really liked from last year, so I put it in here. These are a few of our favorite things. I had my son write out his Christmas wish list, and then he wrote my 3-year-old's Christmas wish list for him. And this is just cut out from wrapping paper. All of the ephemera, I either cut them out from scrapbook paper, wrapping paper, advertisements. I mean, you can get it from anywhere. But instead of all things, I wanted to also write what I just love about the Christmas season. Here's a quote from The Grinch. And then I still have room to write one more right here. But I kind of doodled and hand wrote them. That I love slowing down, more time with the family, candy canes, waiting for snow, lots of hot cocoa, baking, listening to Christmas music, watching Christmas movies, spreading Christmas cheer, that sort of thing. Okay, so this is the middle of the book, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but I think I'm just going to put our favorite photos in here from the month. This is my 2 boys just being silly in the morning, and this is my son and his friends when I was at the preschool or visiting my preschooler and volunteering. I saw my son playing outside with his friends, so that was just, I like that. On this page, I'm going to put photos of the elf on the shelf, the different things that the elf was doing. This is the other side of that Christmas card. It says, bundle up and have a merry one. And I thought that was cute. They were just playing around, pretending they were sleeping. This is a bag. I can put photos in here if I don't have time to finish journaling. Oh no, it's my... and other than that, sorry, my children are coming home now. So, okay. So this is more pages. This is ephemera from a scrapbook paper that I have. And this is our Christmas card. So that's that book. And then the final one, I'm still using, normally this is how I use my traveler's notebook. I wrote our winter goals. And then I wrote out our weekly tasks. This is what I have to get done this week. This is kind of like a brain dump. And then I take these tasks and then put them into my daily pages on here. And then finally, I also do reflections. So reflections, and then I'm having I'm prepping the next pages here. So that is how I'm using my traveler's notebook and a ring bound planner for the month of December. I'm sure it'll change for January. So I will make another video very soon. Sorry, I hear my family coming home, so I'm going to get off now. But hope you're having a great day.